NBC 24 News is brought to you by Perrysburg Animal Care.
Welcome to the Dodge political race, and they're off.
Washington's in the lead, the father of our country as a mother of a Hemi V8. Now Lincoln's issuing an acceleration proclamation.
Roosevelt and Jefferson are taking a shortcut. Honest Abe isn't gonna like this.
No, he's not, Jim. Oh, they're neck and wig.
And at the finish, it's Mount Rushmore? The Dodge President's Day event.
Well-qualified lessees get a low-mileage lease on the 2015 Dodge Dart SXT for $203 a month with $203 due at signing.
From picking the perfect color to our outstanding no prep, no prime formula, Menards and Dutch Boy make transforming your world easy. Go Dutch. Dutch Boy Platinum Paint, available at Menards.
Whether we like it or not, winter is here, and it isn't leaving anytime soon. But AAA is here to help. AAA covers you whenever you're on the road, as a driver or a passenger, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. A AAA membership provides free towing, free tire changes, free battery boost, free lockout service, free delivery of fuel, and more. Plus, AAA members are eligible for exclusive discounts on shopping, dining, travel, insurance, and auto repair. Don't wait until a breakdown happens. Keep you and your loved ones safe on the road. Join or renew your AAA membership today.
Joe and I were just doing our own little videotaping here, waiting to begin our 6:30 show.
That could be taken in so many bad ways.
I was not thinking that way. Joe, we are here for the people, and I wanted to bring them a quick look at the weather forecast before Sunday, because even though you prepare us as much as you guys can, the models change so much day to day that we never really know until it comes how much snow we're going to get. Right now we're looking at between 2 and 5 inches for Sunday.
Yeah, generally speaking, you know, we don't work in absolutes when we forecast. Right. That's why we kind of say chances and things like that. There's a high probability of winter storm. We're going to have inches of snow. We're talking 2 to 5.
It's not a guessing game. It is a science.
Correct.
Yes.
We don't just throw darts.
No.
Like lick our finger and
put it up in the air. See
some people think
that
we do,
helps.
But yeah, so
where the wind blows.
Yeah, you know, we had some uncertainty about the temperature profile of the atmosphere, which is why we were wondering if there'd be any mixing. It does look like the majority of us are going to see all snow, so it makes it much easier now to make that snowfall forecast. So we're going to have much more on the weekend winter storm coming up here later in the show. But for now, if you're heading out the door soon, you have no snow to worry about. Temperatures, though, are very cold. Once again, we're at 4 below zero in Holland. Our downtown Toledo weather sensor has been reporting above zero temperatures this morning. However, I can tell you in South Toledo and West Toledo, we have temperatures that are a few degrees below zero. So even though our downtown sensor is a little bit warmer, it's still pretty darn chilly. We're at 4 below in Archbold, 6 degrees below zero, the current temperature in Defiance. As you get east of I-75, a couple degrees warmer, but not by much, just a couple degrees above zero in places such as Findlay and Sandusky. Thankfully, the winds are quite light out there, so we're not really dealing with any wind chill out there, so some good news on that front. In terms of our radar, there's no snow to worry about, and it will be dry today. The snow will not be arriving until we get to Sunday, so you got a couple days to get prepped for this winter storm. We'll talk again much more about that coming up. And after that winter storm moves out, there is going to be that surge of warmer air, but that comes with some concerns of flooding. We'll talk about it all in my full forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Angie?
All right, new this morning, the Glass City is soon going to be able not only to create new businesses, creative ones, but sustain them in the uptown area of Toledo. And NBC 24 Stephanie Martinez joins us now live in the studio with more on how they're able to do this. Stephanie.
Angie, good morning. I don't know about you, but I'm a big fan of Uptown Toledo. And, you know, this is all possible thanks to a $200,000 grant. So it's looking just to make this area better, which the economic Community Development Institute, which is now for the grant money.
Okay, Stephanie, apparently we're having some issues with your mic right now, so we're gonna, I believe, go to our next story so that our Stephanie hopefully can repeat that report for you since we missed a little bit of a portion of it. But new this morning, Lucas County's treasurer is expected to release a year-end report this morning that's going to be on the health of the local economy. Now, a few highlights that have already been released include some good news that Lucas County saw some improvements over the year prior when it comes to unemployment. They saw a dramatic drop, in fact. Sales tax collections were also higher, and growing consumer confidence helped fuel the local economy. We're going to have the very latest on that report on NBC 24 midday at 11:30. Meantime, Ohio lawmakers have now made or come a step closer to adding strength to existing legislation that's aimed at reducing the number of heroin overdoses here in Ohio by expanding the availability of a heroin overdose antidote. Now, the new bill would allow pharmacies to distribute the drug naloxone without a prescription. This would enable friends and loved ones of addicts to get quick access to a possibly life-saving drug that they could administer should someone that they love overdose.
Anything that we can do to save lives, I certainly would support. And I think this is going to be strong for the community, for the family members to have this.
The state has given Lucas County $650,000 for its heroin fighting efforts. Well, happening now, most drivers traveling through our area wouldn't have noticed a recent change implemented by Ohio State Highway Patrol. That is, unless they got a ticket. What started off as a pilot program in 2013 has now been implemented across the state, and now each of the posts for Ohio State Highway Patrol has the ability to issue computerized citations rather than those handwritten ones that you may not have been able to read. Troopers say that the switch made reports more consistent now and has also made traffic stops shorter.
When the citation is served on the defendant, the trooper would come back to the post, upload it to our system, so it would eliminate a lot of persons having to actually hand enter traffic citations.
Now, each trooper does still have that hard citation book should their computer go down or if a trooper needs to issue a ticket away from their cruiser. Some new video this morning right now in the westbound lanes of East Manhattan Boulevard. This is in North Toledo. Right now, those lanes are closed due to a water main break between Summit and Suter. Now, this water main break happened in the same area as another water main break that happened just in the last 24 hours. Officials say it's unclear exactly when the roadway will be reopened, but of course, water and these cold temperatures certainly do not mix. Now to some new video this morning that shows just one scenario that can come from distracted driving. And take a look at your screen right now. Some pretty amazing video. It was captured by a semi-truck driver who was traveling on I-75 northbound in Kentucky. You can see the car flip over several times. They say that this was a distracted driving case. The SUV drifted over from the left all the way into the right lanes and nearly hit a semi before it lost control and then eventually drove off the road. Once the SUV hits the grass, it does flip over several times, and 3 people were ejected, including a 5-year-old who broke both legs after the vehicle landed on him. But as one official points out, preventing such an accident is actually pretty simple.
Your priority is driving that vehicle. It's not putting on makeup, it's not shaving, it's not reading the paper, it's not reading your book. You know, it's concentrating on the roadway, the other motorists, and arriving at your destination safely.
So far, no charges have been filed against the 23-year-old driver. The accident is still under investigation. Fortunately, nobody killed. Happening now in your news from across America. Days after a Metrolink train derailed in California, officials say that no charges are going to be filed in that case. A California district attorney says that no charges will be filed against truck driver Jose Alejandro Sanchez Ramirez, who says that he mistakenly drove his produce truck up onto the train tracks, causing the commuter train to slam into his then abandoned truck. He was able to flee before the truck, or train, I should say, came. 28 of the 51 people on board that train, however, were injured. Fortunately, though, no fatalities. The time is now 6:38 here on this Friday morning. Still to come here on NBC 24 today. Your eyes are not playing tricks on you. Identical triplets have been born in Michigan. The odds of having them are literally 1,000,000 to 1. So are the parents now going to play the lottery? We're going to have more on this story coming up here on NBC 24 today.
It'll be cold but dry for our Friday.